Welcome to TUTOR MARSTON channel. Today we are looking at generating business ideas part 3. I'm your presenter, TUTOR MARSTON. Today we shall look at introduction to generating business ideas, and then also look at characteristics of a good business opportunity. Generation of business ideas and identification of opportunities is the main feature of entrepreneurship development. This is the basic knowledge that an entrepreneur needs to have. In this tutorial, I'm going to explain the techniques of business idea generation and also how to identify the business opportunities. Follow me on TUTOR MARSTON channel and subscribe by clicking that button, and you'll receive notifications on the new video releases. Now, how can you identify a good business opportunity? A good business opportunity has got certain characteristics that we look for before we decide whether this opportunity is good or is not good. So I'll go through the characteristics of a good business opportunity, and the first one is ready demand. By ready demand, we mean that a product should already be in demand from the customers. Customers must already be looking for that product that we want to produce. They must be ready to buy. They must be willing to buy. So ready demand. So we see that the product is already in demand, and now as an entrepreneur, what you are doing is simply responding to the demand from the customer. You are responding to the demand. As you respond to these demands from the customer, your goal should be to satisfy the requirements of the customer. You get it? It's not just a matter of responding, producing the good, but you have to satisfy the requirements of the customer, meaning even the quality must be according to the customer needs. You don't produce a bad quality simply because it is on demand. No. You need to look at the quality. It must be acceptable quality. Now, as you produce these products or services, putting in all the quality that is required, you also look at the customer's ability to purchase the product. Do they have the ability, or they don't have? How do you make a product and the customers don't have the ability? Who will buy the product? So the customers must have the ability to purchase the products that you are producing. And in addition to ability, there should also be willingness to pay for them. Because we may have the community and people have the ability, but the mentality, they are not willing to purchase those products or services. So your role as an entrepreneur is to fulfill the demand, the requirements of the demand, and as you do so, you put in the quality, and then you look at the customers who should have the ability and also the willingness to purchase that product. So that's what falls under ready demand. And also the other characteristic is return on investment. Return on investment is the first objective or the main objective of an entrepreneur. An entrepreneur wants profit. You don't just start business without thinking of profit. The first thing you think of is, how can I make money? How can I make profit? Then you start a business. So the first objective is return on investment. So a good business opportunity is one that is durable. It is one that will last on the market. Not one which comes on the market today, tomorrow it's out, it's off demand. No. It's a product or a service that when it comes on the market, it will last. And this product must also come at the right time. It must be timely. It must come at a time when people still want that product, when people still want that service. And also, it must be at a time when you bring it on the market. It must give you the maximum profit that you need, maximum returns. So this product must provide acceptable returns, acceptable returns to the entrepreneur or to the investor. The returns must be such that it compensates for the risk that you have put in as an investor. It must compensate, it must pay for the risk, not where you get little profit And when you compare it to what you have put in, you put in more, and you can even lose more because there is more risk, high risk, but the profit is very little. No. The profit should be just enough, or even a little bit more, to compensate for the risk that you have put in into the business. And the next characteristic is comprehensiveness. Comprehensiveness. By comprehensiveness, we mean that the product or service must fulfill the customer's needs. It must fulfill the customer's needs. From the customer's viewpoint, a new product or a new service must be one that will be equal to the product that is on the market, or it must be better than the product that is on the market. Because if you produce a product that is not good or good enough, that is worse than the one that is on the market, then what is the essence of producing that product? What is the essence of providing that service? The service that is worse than the one that is available. Then customers will not buy, will not go for it. So the product or service must be equal to, especially better than the one that is on the market. So by that way, the product is being comprehensive. And in addition to comprehensiveness, the product or service must also meet objectives. It must meet the objectives. These are the objectives of the entrepreneur or the investor. What are the investor's objectives? The first objective we have already mentioned is to receive or to gain profit from the product that is being produced, from the service that is being produced. The investor wants profit. That's the first objective of the customer, or rather of the entrepreneur. And in addition to the profit, the other objective is to satisfy the customer. We call that customer satisfaction. Excuse me. So customer satisfaction and the profit, these are the main objectives of the entrepreneur. So there are many more objectives that entrepreneurs may want to meet, but those two are mainly the top objectives for every entrepreneur or investor. And the last characteristic we'll talk about is availability of skills and resources. As an entrepreneur, how can you produce a product or a service if you don't have skills? So the first thing you have to know is that you need to have skills to produce a product. So the skills, there are in cases where as an entrepreneur you don't have a skill, but then you can employ people who have those skills that they can use to produce those products and services. So skill is also one of the most important characteristics of a good business opportunity. And these skills also, they go with the resources. We've already mentioned one is the human resource, where you get these people who have these skills to produce a product. But also you need other resources like finance, yes, and the raw materials. These must be within reach. So that's why here we said the characteristic is availability of skills and resources. So you need to have finance, you need to have resources, and you need to have manpower or human resource. So these three, they go hand in hand in order for you to produce these goods which customers should be able to purchase and are willing to purchase, to pay for it. So these are the 5 characteristics of a good business opportunity. On this note, we come to the end of today's presentation. Follow me on TUTOR MARSTON YouTube channel and click the subscribe button to receive notifications on new video releases. Please click that button.